So this story is from the Gospel of John, chapter 2, verses 13 through 25. It's from the perspective of a disciple, and this disciple had gone through the whole of the journey with Jesus. And this disciple had seen the resurrection, had been there for the ascension, and now is reflecting back and remembering. Do you know, it would come to me at the strangest times. All of a sudden, these memories of being with Jesus, things that he would say, and they would connect, and I could understand finally what he was talking about. Well, it just happened the other day. I was in that strange place of sleeping just before waking, and it made sense. I remembered it, and it all made sense what he was talking about. You see, we had just had, days before, been at that wonderful wedding celebration. The water had been miraculously changed to wine, and everyone there was in such a joyous mood. From there we went to the temple, to Jerusalem. See, because it was the Passover, it was spring, and the temple was packed. Oh my goodness. Everybody was there selling cattle. There were people there selling their sheep, people there selling their doves. And then there were the money changers, the loan sharks, and they were there sitting by their tables as well. Jesus, out of the corner of my eye, I could kind of see him, had taken these cords and had woven them together. And then all of a sudden, this power just kind of emanated out of him. And he started swinging the whip, and he was driving the cattle out of the temple, the sheep as well. To those who were selling doves, he went right to him and said, "Get these things out of here. This is my Father's house. Do not make it into a marketplace." He was turning over tables. He was pouring out the coins of the money changers. Chaos. As God's life breathed through the temple. See, the Jews, in reaction, demanded it from him. By what sign, by what authority do you do these things? And Jesus answered them, "Tear down this temple, and I tell you, in 3 days' time, I will rebuild it." They were indignant. 3 days? It's taken us 46 years of building this temple, and you say that you'll rebuild it in 3 days. See, here's what made sense. Here's what I could remember. Here, Jesus, he wasn't saying that it was the temple where God's presence was. His body was the temple. God's very real presence was with us at that time in the temple, in the person of Jesus. 3 days from the death to the resurrection. 3 days, God's temple was rebuilt. I know while we were there, many others saw the signs that Jesus did, and they believed in him because those signs pointed to God. They put their trust in him. But Jesus didn't put his trust in others. He didn't need others' testimonies. And he knew their hearts as well as he knew mine.